4. Anyways, let's continue about Facebook. Facebook enables users to control access to individual posts and their profiles through privacy settings.
The user's name and profile picture, if applicable, are public.
Facebook's revenue depends on targeted advertising, which involves analyzing user data from the site and the broader internet to inform the targeting.
These facilities have changed repeatedly since the service's debut, amid a series of controversies, covering everything from how well it secures user data, to what extent it allows users to control access, to the kinds of access given to third parties, including businesses, political campaigns, and governments.
These facilities vary according to country, as some nations require the company to make data available and limit access to services, while the European Union's GDPR regulation mandates additional privacy protections. On July 29, 2011, Facebook announced its bug bounty program that paid security researchers a minimum of $500 for reporting security holes.
The company promised not to pursue white hat hackers who identified such problems.
This led researchers in many countries to participate, particularly in India and Russia. Facebook's rapid growth began as soon as it became available and continued through 2018, before beginning to decline. Facebook passed 100 million registered users in 2008 and 500 million in July 2010.
According to the company's data at the July 2010 announcement, half of the site's membership used Facebook daily for an average of 34 minutes, while 150 million users accessed the site by mobile.
In October 2012, Facebook's monthly active users passed 1 billion, with 600 million mobile users, 219 billion photo uploads, and 140 billion friend connections.
The 2 billion user mark was crossed in June 2017.
In November 2015, after skepticism about the accuracy of its monthly active users measurement, Facebook changed its definition to a logged-in member who visits the Facebook site through the web browser or mobile app, or uses the Facebook Messenger app in the 30-day period prior to the measurement.
This excluded the use of third-party services with Facebook integration, which was previously counted.
From 2017 to 2019, the percentage of the U.S. population over the age of 12 who use Facebook has declined from 67% to 61%, a decline of some 15 million U.S. users, with a higher drop-off among younger Americans, a decrease in the percentage of U.S. 12 to 34-year-olds who are users, from 58% in 2015 to 29% in 2019.
The decline coincided with an increase in the popularity of Instagram, which is also owned by Facebook Incorporated.
Historically, commentators have offered predictions of Facebook's decline or end, based on causes such as a declining user base, the legal difficulties of being a closed platform, inability to generate revenue, inability to offer user privacy, the inability to adapt to mobile platforms, or Facebook ending itself to present a next-generation replacement, or Facebook's role in Russian interference in the 2016 United States elections. The highest number of Facebook users as of October 2018 are from India and the United States, followed by Indonesia, Brazil, and Mexico.
Whoa!
Region-wise, the highest number of users are from Asia Pacific, 947 million, followed by Europe, 381 million, and US and Canada, 242 million. The
rest of the world has 750 million users. Over the 2008 to 2018 period, the percentage of users under 34 declined to less than half of the total. The website has won awards such as placement into the top 100 classic websites by PC Magazine in 2007 and winning the People's Choice Award from the Webby Awards in 2008. In 2010, Facebook won the Crunchy Best Overall Startup or Product award for the third year in a row. In many countries, the social networking sites and mobile apps have been blocked temporarily or permanently, including China, Iran, Syria, and North Korea.
In May 2018, the government of Papua New Guinea announced that it would ban Facebook for a month while it considered the impact of the website on the country, though no ban has since occurred.
In 2019, Facebook announced that influencers are no longer able to promote any fake tobacco products or weapons on its platforms. Facebook's importance and scale has led to criticisms in many domains.
Issues include internet privacy, excessive retention of user information, its facial recognition software, its addictive quality, and its role in the workplace, including employer access to employee accounts.
Facebook is alleged to have psychological effects, including feelings of jealousy and stress, a lack of attention, and social media addiction. European antitrust regulator Margaret Vestager stated that Facebook's terms of service relating to private data were unbalanced. Facebook has been criticized for electricity usage, tax avoidance, real name user requirement policies, censorship, and its involvement in the United States PRISN surveillance program. Facebook has been criticized for allowing users to publish illegal and / or offensive material.
Specifics include copyright and intellectual property infringement, hate speech, incitement of rape and terrorism, fake news, and crimes, murders, and live streaming violent incidents.
According to the Express Tribune, Facebook avoided billions of dollars in tax using offshore companies. Sri Lanka blocked both Facebook and WhatsApp in May 2019 after anti-Muslim riots, the worst in the country since the Easter Sunday bombing, in the same year as a temporary measure to maintain peace in Sri Lanka. Facebook removed 3 billion fake accounts only during the last quarter of 2018 and the first quarter of 2019.
This is considered to be a wildly high number, given that the social network reports only 2.39 billion monthly active users.
In late July 2019, the company announced it was under antitrust investigation by the Federal Trade Commission. Facebook has faced a steady stream of controversies over how it handles user privacy, repeatedly adjusting its privacy settings and policies. In 2010, the U.S. National Security Agency began taking publicly posted profile information from Facebook, among other social media services. On November 29, 2011, Facebook settled Federal Trade Commission charges that it deceived consumers by failing to keep privacy promises.
In August 2013, High-Tech Bridge published a study showing that links included in Facebook messaging service messages were being accessed by Facebook.
In January 2014, 2 users filed a lawsuit against Facebook, alleging that their privacy had been violated by this practice. On June 7, 2018, Facebook announced that a bug had resulted in about 14 million Facebook users having their default sharing setting for all new posts set to public. On 4 April 2019, 500 million records of Facebook users were found exposed on Amazon cloud servers, containing information about users' friends, likes, groups, and checked-in locations, as well as names, passwords, and email addresses. The phone numbers of at least 200 million Facebook users were found to be exposed on an open online database in September 2019.
They included 133 million US users, 18 million from the UK, and 50 million from users in Vietnam.
After removing duplicates, the 419 million records have been reduced to 219 million.
The database went offline after TechCrunch contacted the web host.
It is thought the records were amassed using a tool that Facebook disabled in April 2018 after the Cambridge Analytica controversy.
A Facebook spokeswoman said in a statement, the dataset is old and appears to have information obtained before we made changes last year. There is no evidence that Facebook accounts were compromised.
The shadow profile refers to the data Facebook collects about individuals without their explicit permission.
For example, the like button that appears on third-party websites allows the company to collect information about an individual's internet browsing habits, even if the individual is not a Facebook user.
Data can also be collected by other users.
For example, a Facebook user can link their email account to their Facebook to find friends on the site, allowing the company to collect the email addresses of users and non-users alike.
Over time, countless data points about an individual are collected. Any single data point perhaps cannot identify an individual, but together allows the company to form a unique profile. This practice has been criticized by those who believe people should be able to opt out of involuntary data collection.
Additionally, while Facebook users have the ability to download and inspect the data they provide to the site, data from the user's shadow profile is not included, and users of Facebook do not have access to this tool regardless.
The company has also been unclear whether or not it is possible for a person to revoke Facebook's access to their shadow profile. Facebook customer Global Science Research sold information on over 87 million Facebook users to Cambridge Analytica, a political data analysis firm.
While approximately 270,000 people use the app, Facebook's API permitted data collection from their friends without their knowledge.
At first, Facebook downplayed the significance of the breach and suggested that Cambridge Analytica no longer had access.
Facebook then issued a statement expressing alarm and suspended Cambridge Analytica.
Review of documents and interviews with former Facebook employees suggested that Cambridge Analytica still possessed the data.
This was a violation of Facebook's consent decree with the Federal Trade Commission.
This violation potentially carried a penalty of $40,000 per occurrence, totaling trillions of dollars. According to The Guardian, both Facebook and Cambridge Analytica threatened to sue the newspaper if it published the story.
After publication, Facebook claimed that it had been lied to.
On March 23, 2018, the English High Court granted an application by the Information Commissioner's Office for a warrant to search Cambridge Analytica's London offices, ending a standoff between Facebook and the Information Commissioner over responsibility. On March 25, Facebook published a statement by Zuckerberg in major UK and US newspapers apologizing over a breach of trust.
You may have heard about a quiz app built by a university researcher that leaked Facebook data of millions of people in 2014. This was a breach of trust, and I'm sorry we didn't do more at the time. We're now taking steps to make sure this doesn't happen again. We've already stopped apps like this from getting so much information. Now we're limiting the data apps get when you sign in using Facebook. We're also investigating every single app that had access to large amounts of data before we fixed this. We expect there are others, and when we find them, we will ban them and tell everyone affected. Finally, we'll remind you which apps you've given access to your information so you can shut off the ones you don't want anymore. Thank you for believing in this community. I promise to do better for you.
On March 26, the Federal Trade Commission opened an investigation into the matter.
controversy led Facebook to end its partnerships with data brokers who aid advertisers in targeting users.
On April 24, 2019, Facebook said it could face a fine between $3 billion to $5 billion as a result of an investigation by the Federal Trade Commission.
The agency has been investigating Facebook for possible privacy violations, but has not announced any findings yet.
Facebook also implemented additional privacy controls and settings, in part to comply with the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, which took effect in May.
Facebook also ended its active opposition to the California Consumer Privacy Act.
Some, such as Meg and McCain, have drawn an equivalence between the use of data, like Cambridge Analytica and the Barack Obama's 2012 campaign, which, according to Investors Business Daily, encouraged supporters to download an Obama 2012 Facebook app that, when activated, it let the campaign collect Facebook data both on users and their friends.
Carol Davidson, the Obama for America, OFA, former Director of Integration and Media Analytics, wrote that Facebook was surprised we were able to suck out the whole social graph, but they didn't stop us once they realized that was what we were doing.
PolitiFact has rated McCain's statements half-true on the basis that, in Obama's case, direct users knew they were handing over their data to a political campaign, whereas with Cambridge Analytica, users thought they were only taking a personality quiz for academic purposes, and while the Obama campaign only used the data to have their supporters contact their most persuadable friends, Cambridge Analytica targeted users, friends and lookalikes directly with digital ads.
We will continue about Facebook in part 5, so stay tuned.